Hello and welcome back to South Coast Busways, here looking out over Gosport, Fareham and Portsmouth, in the Solent Blue territory, where we have a fairly sizable network going on, but with some fairly sizable gaps, and one of the ones that's been really bugging me is that we don't have a non-Greenway bus between Fareham and Gosport. Which means this road here, which I assume to be fairly major, has no buses down it. Which feels like a missed opportunity, even if the Greenway is right there. But we also have a lot of single-decker buses coming into Portsmouth, which, given the loadings that they are experiencing, is not great. It should be noted that there is currently an event on, which means they're busier than normal, but it's still, even in normal times it's not great. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert some of the Portsmouth city routes to double deck, and I'm going to find, using the tour details, the most profitable of these Portsmouth city routes, and then look at how busy they are. We're actually going to use the statistics. So, the 115 is the most profitable of our Portsmouth city routes, and they are running always fairly busy. Like, always pretty busy. But if we go back to the last few weekdays, it's still busy. It's still bad. It is still bad. Okay, so the 115 is there as a candidate. But the next one is the 5. Now the 5 is even worse. It's less profitable because it's a shorter route, but it is still... Like, look at this one. This tour, 460 people managed to ride the bus on this tour, out of 1,221 that wanted to. Now, we're not going to completely fix that, but it does suggest that the 5 has some serious shortcomings in terms of capacity. So, we know we want the 5. What else do we want? There's the 5. The next one is the 10 from Portsmouth to Havant. Now, I believe that already uses double-deckers, so that's fine. The next one after that is I think it's the 2. This one, the 2 is fairly busy. Does the 2 run all night? No, it doesn't. Okay. So yes, what I think we're going to do is we're going to run the 5 and 2, or the 2 and the 5, as 24-hour, not 24-hour, as double-decker routes. So just a refresher, the 2 runs from Old Portsmouth, which is down here, through the city centre, and then out across to Portsmouth Uni, where it does a little loop. And the 5 runs from Portsmouth interchange there, through the city centre, and then up to Waterlooville. So these routes are going to get double-deckers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 2. I'm going to show timetable, and let's pick this 6 o'clock departure. It gets into Portsmouth Uni at 6:33. I assume it will leave at 6:35. Gets back into Old Portsmouth Broad Street at 7:08. So I assume it'll take out the 7:15. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will buy 8 buses for the 2. And then for the 5, show timetable. Let's take the 6:03 departure. Assume it will work the 7:03. It gets back to Portsmouth at 7:56, so we'll assume it takes the first one after that. So that will be the 8:03. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, wait, I've not counted across properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's go with 12. So is that 8 and then 12? So we want 20 new buses. But let's run that down to 18. I think we should be fine on 18. Because both of these routes will share their allocation. So we want Fratton, which is up here, and has space for 28 buses currently. We're not going to be using all, or we will be freeing up some space as part of this. But, hang on, that looked like I swear I saw a Gemini 2 back there. Or was it an Eclipse 2? I swear I saw something. No, it was one of those. Yep. Yeah, you're not you when you're hungry. I'm not even hungry. I literally just had food. However, you are not you when you're tired, and it is 1:45 in the morning on Tuesday. As in, if you're watching this when it comes out, yeah, I'm recording it today, but stupid in the morning. Right. We have enough drivers. That's fine. Marketplace, that's the button. Double decker. Ooh, I have a Route Master coach. That's fun. Not important, but it's fun. I want this. The ADL Enviro400 MMC 10.9 metre. Everything except premium seats, and these are going to go into the TE type. £550,000 for the first set. There's another Capital Country teaser. We want Solent Blue, and we want the TE MMC 10.9 metre, which looks like this. Isn't it lovely? That says Gosport. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh well, it's going up with Gosport on the roof. That's fine. There's 10. Then I want to buy another 8. So let's buy another 8. In the TE group. And we will import the TE type 10.9. Very nice. And let's zoom just across. Can I? Nope. Okay. There we go. Thumbnail screenshot. Done. Already. So I will get these plated up. Let's go over to Mallard Road. I think that's where the newest ones are. Yes. So the latest one we currently have is 1756. So let's assume that there's a batch of 12 between this, between these two. 1756, that would be, hold on, 1757, no, 1757 plus 12. Cool, so the first one here is going to be 1769. Very nice, I did not plan that. Trust me, I did not plan that. Shut up. So, you are going to be, first of all, you're going to say Solent Blue, and then you're going to say FR. Fleet number is going to be TE1769. Very nice. And the license plate is going to be HK19, there we go. PRA. There you go. So I'm going to get the rest of these done in a happy little jump cut. And finally, we have TE1786, better known to the DVLA as HK19PRU. So these 18 ADL Enviro400 MMCs are going to be deployed onto the 2 and the 5 out of Portsmouth, which is going to allow for the displacement of some of the Eclipses to Gosport for their new route 205, which will run up to Fareham. But in order for that to actually happen, I need to launch I need to launch the new allocation onto the 2 and the 5. So let's edit timetable. And let's go for TE type, TE type, TE type, and TE type. Why does that say never on a Sunday? Okay, I've clearly messed something up. Hold on, I'm fixing the 2. Right, okay, the 2's now fixed. There you go, 2 works now. 2's good. 2's nice. We will confirm all of you. Very nice. Confirm. Then let's go over to the 5, which hopefully doesn't have the same issues. Where is the 5? There's the 5. Very, very busy route, the 5. Let's edit timetable. Ooh, this is good. I like this. So, TE type. 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 Oh, hang on, didn't we touch the 5 last week? I think we might have. Well, that's fun. So yes, that is all of that. Very nice. So that is ready to go. So one said 5, the other one said 8. We have 18. So do I have enough buses to turn another one into a deco route? Because we have 18. How many buses does the 4 need? Four. Let's see if we can do this. TE type. TE type. TE type. And TE type. There you go. Confirm that. Go to the shift scheduler and see what Portsmouth has to say for itself. Right. Nice. What about tomorrow? What does the game have to say for itself tomorrow? 2,276 missing assignments. Ooh. That's a lot of shifts. Okay, what is it? Standard Way, Fratton, and Mallard Road. Because we don't have enough TEs, and it's mostly for 4s. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the TE allocation away from the 4. That was poorly judged. Because these are not accurate. Yep, I should have remembered that. VW. 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 And VW. There we go. Confirm. Right. So, today, assign buses automatically this depot. There we go. You can go over there. And yeah, it's much easier on the allocation today. And tomorrow, reset this depot. And we're still short 1. But because we're using TEs, I'll put that there. So that, you know, it's always deckers. Right, so then it was Standard Way and Mallard Road that had problems. Right, okay, so you go there, that's fine. And I can move you somewhere. Like this. 1710. Aha, I can put you there and I can put you there. Wonderful. Mallard Road. We're short 3 TEs at Mallard Road. Great. Well, what do we have? An 1850 allocation on the 2, a 1900 allocation on the 1, and a 1905 allocation on the 2. Okay. Well, you can do that too. And then we'll see if we can get any of the SDs or VEs on it. Because now I'm less sure, but I can put that off, put that on. 1925. It's only a 5-minute difference, but that should be nice. Right, now what? Have I just messed up the allocation for the 7? No, I haven't, because you can go there. So I've not messed it up hugely. But I might want to be very careful about where I put this 1910. If I take that 3 off, will that 7 go? That 7 will go. 1915, okay. Nope. 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 But I can put that on there, and yeah, they can get Omni-City on evening 7s. Oh, no, not evening 7s, evening 3s. So yes, there we go. That's that sorted. So, now let's go to bus routes, and let's get our Solent Blue mainline colour. Which is that. Looks oddly light, but okay. That's because it is oddly light. That is our mainline colour. Let's go to own bus routes. 183rd route of the network. Very, very nice. This is going to be the 205 from Gosport to Fareham. So, we're going to be starting it, obviously, from down there. And we will come out of the bus station like that, if that's possible. It is. Very nice. And then just up the main road, as a lot of buses do. This is like the old main route between Gosport and Fareham. So post me, if you don't mind. And the 205 is now complete between Gosport and Fareham via the existing main road. So this is probably going to run up to every 15 minutes. Yeah, as the sort of old route down the main road. But it is still a route down the main road, so maybe it ran like every 10 minutes or so in its heyday. But now that the Greenway is a thing, it runs less frequently because there are services along the Greenway, which are faster and better. And the timetable for the 205 is now done between Gosport and Fareham. So, the route will need 5 buses, supposedly, but a breakdown of how the timetable works. So, the first 3 departures are half an hour apart from Gosport, and the same from Fareham, because there are no dead runs to Fareham in the timetable. Then it's every 15 minutes until... What's happened with the game? Oh, it's doing an autosave. Yeah, then it's every 15 minutes until 21:05, and then from 21:05 until 23:05 it's back to every half hour until the end. And the last departure from Gosport becomes the last departure from Fareham, which leaves there at 23:45. So, let's go back to the 6:05, the first departure at the high frequency. It gets into Fareham at 6:38, and it departs again at 6:45. It gets into Gosport at 7:18, but it does not do the 7:20, it does the 7:35. So how many buses is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, so yeah, 8 will do. 8 buses will do, and then it's every half hour on Sundays. So for this route we want the VW type, because we're moving some buses over from Fratton. And we'll activate that from Gosport Garage later. That is the 205. So let's go over to the not Gosport Garage, the Fratton Garage, which we're at, and speed the game along. In fact, no. Let's go over, and we'll just move some of the earlier... There's only 4 of these here, but let's move these over. That's going out to do a 4, but we're going to move it before it has a chance. Over to Gosport. You're going to go over to Gosport. When you get back, you're going to go to Gosport. You're going to go to Gosport. None of these Geminis are going to Gosport. Especially not Blue, although Blue is not here at the minute. Blue is out driving. But we are going to send... This is number 5. This is number 6. Then this one is going to be number 7. And this one is going to be number 8. There we go. So. Oh, game's not happy. What does my PC want? What does it want now? I don't know what it wants now. Nothing, it's fine. So. Let's put you and you. Then I can't remember which ones I've moved out. I'm going to... I think they were all 67 plates, so I'm going to put that down there. That's going to go there, and then these 2 are 4s. Oh wait, the 4 isn't going to be running with double deckers, is it? No, it's not. Well, you're going to go there, you're going to go there. We actually have way more VWs than we need. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's almost like I got rid of most of their allocation. Isn't the City Circle livery kinda nice? How it's got the dark on both ends. I was very happy with that one when I made it. Very, very happy. Ah, there's another one. They are very nice. So I'm going to head over to Gosport. The GP garage in Gosport is the regular one, and the WR garage is the Greenway garage, which has all the funny hybrids. Where are... There's one! For some reason. Yes, so... I think what we're waiting for is to see an MMC out on either 5s or 2s. So the 2 reminder goes over here, and then the 5 goes up the main way to Waterlooville. Oh, there's one. No, that's a 110. Yes, there are more double-deckers in Solent Blue than just those, although Solent Blue does need more deckers. Rather desperately as well. Right, there's another Eclipse arriving, and another one behind that. We're not far from having enough buses to run the 205, because the route needs 6, so it's nice to have 8. Or, the route will use 6 buses, so you kind of want to have 8, so that you can actually run the service when there's shifts are changing over. So yeah, I'm going to head back into the garage. And where are my Eclipses hiding? Not my Eclipse 2s, although we do have Eclipse 2s here for the 222. There's one, and there's another. 2203 and 2212 are here. Well, I can change you. You never got updated when you moved to Fratton, but now you're going to go to Gosport. And now you're going to say Gosport. I'm very aware you guys can hear that water bottle. It is a very loud water bottle. Right, 2205 goes down there. And you also didn't get updated when you moved to Fratton, but now you're getting updated here for Gosport. So yeah, we have 3 of the 8 Eclipse 3s that we need to run the 205. Now another route that we want to launch is the 230. We put it in ages ago and we did launch it, but it completely ruined the allocation at Standard Way, so I stopped it. So we'll get around to launching the 230 eventually, I promise. And seeing as we have lots of Eclipses spare at Fratton, I think that's what I'm going to use. I had originally launched it with EMs, which are the 9.7 meter MMCs, but they weren't... I mean, they're fine, but we can't have a lot of those. And if we have Eclipses going spare, and the route can take them, like, let's have a look. It comes up out of Fareham, I can't remember which way, but it should be fine, it's all town roads. Then it comes through Knowle. That bit might be a bit funny. Then through Wickham it goes up this way, through Shirrell Heath, then into Swanmore. This bit might be a bit funny in a Eclipse. And then it goes into Bishop's Waltham, which we are serving with Eclipses. So, and by that I do mean full length ones, because there's these on the 111. But we do also have the short ones on the W1. So yeah, Eclipses will go on the 230 when I can make space for them at Fratton. Or, make space in the allocation at Fratton for them. In fact, that might be something to do now. So let's go into Fratton. I don't know how many buses the 230 needs. I think it's 6. Let's go to tomorrow's allocations. and we will move over some of the 67s. Yeah, these HB 67s, we want to move those over. So you can go over there, straight away. Let's just unassign all of the HB 67s. Like, do we really need them? We might, but how many can we do away with? Oh, there's also HF 67s. Good to know. So yeah, just the HB 67s again are the ones I'm going to get rid of. So you can go there. You can go there. You can go there. Oh, there's so much space here. You can go there. Oh, I see. So that can go there. 1255, 1850. Oh, there's so much space. There's so much space. Yeah, you can go there. You can go there. I'll take that one off for now. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Then I'll see what I can do with these. These are all middle of the day ones. That's all very awkward. But if I take that off, that can go there, and that can go back. That's fine. That won't go. But all of these will. So I can move over a lot. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just from the HB 67s. How many can I get rid of? Like, I don't think I have enough space at, yeah, I don't think I have enough space at, thingy for all of these. Right, that can go there. That can go there. I can move you, and you can go there. 1835. Okay. Aha. So I can get rid of every single 67 Reg Eclipse from this garage. Good to know. Although I will keep the HF 67s. So yeah, bus fleet, big view, solo buses sort by license plate. We want the HB 67s, and I'll just send these off to standard way in a little jump cut. And it's now time to join HF67 RLG on its first run from Gosport to Fareham on the 205. So we're coming out just following a 229, which will go that way into that estate. We will beat it to the bottom end of that estate handily by staying on the main road. And then we will go down, yeah, we'll go down the main road, but not the busway, into Gosport. The old-fashioned way, if you will. In fact, that's exactly what it is. The old-fashioned way. Because, yeah, you know, the busway came later. Did I call it the Beltway? If I called it the Beltway, I swear, it's not the Beltway. It's a busway. The Beltway is a route from Glasgow. Go watch the other series if you want to know what the Beltway is. We talk about it a lot, because it's a major route. Yeah, the 205 immediately is an unmitigated success. Oh dear. It's rammed on its first day. We call that yikes. Oh dear. Oh no. But there we are. Lots of people getting off there at that side of the town centre. And then we head back at 1750, so let's head back up. Then when we get into Fareham, we'll have a look at the 230, because that's also running as well. And it is now, we're now following the 205 on its run up to Fareham, where we are playing a very competitive game of Leapfrog with the 204, which is going off to Rowner. There it goes, down its little side road, leaving us alone. And we're not that busy. Things definitely seem busier on the other routes, and the bus is heading into Gosport. But now that we're on our own, things are definitely picking up. 50 people on board, that's quite a lot. So yes. Now very close to the busway. That's that is probably a handy little interchange. I don't know what you'd be interchanging there for, but it's an interchange nonetheless. So yes, now we've made it into Fareham. I'm going to find out when the next 230 is. Doesn't go from that stop. Does it go from that one? Yes, there's one at 1843. It's probably going to be that one. So, let's speed things along and we will get onto the 1843 230 to to Bishop's Waltham, which is a route that we put in ages ago, but then sort of unput in, stopped running, deleted. Well, didn't really delete, just stopped it, because we didn't have enough buses, but now we have enough buses. So we come out this way from Fareham, very nice. Now this is a long route, so I'm going to run it a little bit quick. So yeah, this route's got a lot of countryside running, it's got a lot of areas where it won't be very busy, but putting a full-size single-decker on it, it's what you do. It keeps your fleet all uniform. These full-size single-deckers are used everywhere outside London. Where I am now in Medway, we have loads of Streetlight Maxes for that purpose. Although weirdly, whenever we get double-deckers here, we always get short ones. We just got a batch of, I say just, it was last year, got a batch of Enviro400 MMCs, and they're the 10.3 meter variant, which is really weird, because they've got basically the same capacity as a Streetlight Max. But anywho, we've now made it to Bishop's Waltham. So I think that is a good place to end it. We've made a new route in the 205 up to Fareham. We've reactivated a route that we couldn't quite get working in the 230. And we've put double-deckers, there's one, on the routes 2 and 5 out of Portsmouth. So, I think on that note, I will see you next week from... that is right. That is right. Yeah, I will see you next week from the South Coast. Bye-bye.